Yes. So the episode you guys have all been waiting for. My favorite, other than leg day, actual favorite day of the week is going to be the shoulder and arm day, man. Can't go wrong with a nice arm day pump. Ladies love it, fellas love it too. So let's get into episode number 4 of building the ultimate aesthetic physique. Did you guys know that building the ultimate aesthetically pleasing physique, you will exude an aura of confidence that will make you very attractive for both sex? Bro, so when it comes to building the ultimate aesthetic physique, I've mentioned this before, and we need to create a nice V-taper. And one of the things when it comes to creating a nice V-taper is having those round, shouldered delts, right? We want to have really nice delts. So welcome back to a brand new episode of Building the Ultimate Aesthetic Physique. In this episode, guys, I'll be taking you guys through my full-on shoulder and arm routine. Now, this is the 4th episode, and this is also the 4th training day. Now, when it comes to building the ultimate aesthetic physique, I've mentioned this before, and you want to train each muscle group twice a week. This will help to build better muscle tissue. You know, yes, you can train them once a week, but when you get to train them twice a week, you'll allow your body to recover in time as well as push your body to its next limits. So starting off with the first few exercises, we're gonna warm up first, right? Now with this warm up, I like to get my shoulders warmed up with external rotations, whether on a cable or a dumbbell. This will help to loosen up your shoulder joints and make sure that we get some blood flow into that. I like to actually start off with any kind of rear delt movement in our shoulder workout because it is my weak point, and it's mostly everyone's weak point. See, our rear delts don't get enough work done to them, so if you start them in the beginning of your shoulder routine or your pull day routine, it will help to build rounder shoulders. Now, warming up is very crucial, guys, especially when it comes to a shoulder routine. You see, shoulders are delicate muscle groups that can get injured very easily. So you need to really be careful when you do shoulders. Sometimes when we are playing our music and we have that pre-kicking and we want to really just work out and train hard, we can also potentially get injured. So with these warm-ups, I like to do 10 or 15 minutes just to get some blood flow activation, break a little bit of a sweat, and make sure that we are ready to go and actually train. Starting off with exercise 1, guys, I start off with a lateral delt movement. This could be either on a dumbbell, on a fly machine, or on a lateral raise machine. Now, the reason I like to start off with a lateral delt exercise is because, well, you want to make sure that your delts are, big. And when you have it from the front look, you want to make sure they point out. So that pointing out right here is going to create that overall look, right? So I start off with a lateral delt movement to really build up those lateral delts, do 4 sets, and gradually increase the weight per set, but keep the same amount of repetition. So we like to do 4 sets of 15 reps, which is enough volume and enough weight as you gradually increase that weight. So towards the end of the last set, which is going to be your top set, I also like to do a drop set to really burn out those lateral delts. Once we are done with our first exercise, I go into exercise number 2 with about a 2-minute break in between. So exercise number 2 is going to be any kind of pressing movement, whether that is a dumbbell press, whether that is a Smith machine shoulder press, whether that is a barbell overhead press, or a regular shoulder press machine, seated shoulder press machine. This will build your delts strength and the core compound lifts for your delts. So I like to rotate between those 4 exercises, but mainly, I've mentioned this before, I'm very big on the Smith machine. I feel like the Smith machine gets very neglected, and in my opinion, it can build the most amount of muscle when it comes to your training regime. Now, I like to do the Smith machine shoulder press versus a barbell overhead press or a dumbbell seated press. And the reason being is because I like to control my movements, right? Controlling your movements, controlling the weight is everything, right? A lot of us, or a lot of people I see at a young age, especially myself at a young age, I just wanted to just rep it out and just push and push and push. But the thing is, when you start to control that weight and you start to actually do it with good form, good control, and focus on those negatives, you can really rip those shoulders apart and really build some muscle tissue, some real muscle tissue. See, when you're just trying to push through those exercises, sometimes you might push a little bit too quick or come down a little bit too quick and you can snap your shoulder. So you need to be careful with any kind of shoulder pressing machine or pressing exercise. So here with the Smith machine, I like to do 3 sets, 1 warm-up, 2 intense sets, 2 heavy sets. And the rep ranges is about 6 to 8 rep ranges, and sometimes I'll try to push for 10 reps, but I like to keep these a little bit more heavier. Towards the end, I also enjoy to do a drop set here just to really burn out that movement. Going into exercise number 3, guys, we're going into a single arm cable fly. The goal with another lateral delt movement, with this one specifically, is to focus on the form and to slow down that negative, the eccentric part of the movement, to really build lots of tension to that delt and to break the delt apart so that when it rebuilds, you build really nice round delts. So we're gonna do 3 sets here with a single arm cable fly of about 12 to 15 reps, really just slowing down the movement, not trying to rush the reps, and to focusing on the tension. Now, I'm gonna show you guys a quick little tip in the video. We're doing some concentrated cable lateral raises right now, and this is the 3rd exercise of the shoulder and arm workout. Now, whenever you do a cable lateral raise, a lot of people tend to hold this bar right here and lean forward like this, have like a little bit of a lean, and pull like that. But if you want maximum tension on your shoulders, on your delts, you want to stay upright, because even right here I have tension when my arm is not even moving, right? So you want to have maximum tension so that throughout the whole entire movement, you're feeling your shoulders work. So the goal here is to really concentrate on the movement and focus on that negative, and to slow and control the repetitions. So we're gonna do about 3 sets here to 4 sets of 15 reps. Really focus on the movement. So what I like to do is I put my hands on my hip, keep my body upright, and then come up, and then nice and down, slowly, all the way through, even right here, right past my hip, come back up. Sometimes I also like to change the positions of my hand and put my hand behind my back rather than in front of my body. That way it targets it a little bit differently. And do it this way as well. But the same concept is go all the way down, let that tension build, and back up. So when you stand upright, there's more tension. If you're doing it like this, yes, you still work out your lateral delts, but there's no tension right here because you're hanging. There's literally no tension right here. But if you change that, there's tension. So no tension, tension, right? So moving on, guys, we're gonna go into exercise number 4. This is going to be a rear delt fly. So I've showed you guys in the previous push day video. If you guys have not seen that yet, make sure you guys click the link down below to watch it. But with the rear delt fly, we want to really just pump some volume. So we're only doing 2 sets of 30 reps here, just to build some more volume in that rear delt. And that will be the finisher for our shoulder routine. So I mentioned this in one of my previous videos. I love doing a rear delt fly movement. And the reason being is because I'm not sure if the statistics are correct, but it's around 90 or 85% where it targets the muscle better if you grab the metal side in an upward angle doing these rear delt flies rather than grabbing where the handles are. So I feel much better when I grab this. It's a little bit difficult, but you grab the bar instead of grabbing the handle, and this will help to focus on that rear delt a little bit better. Now moving into our 5th exercise, we're gonna go into Now moving into our 5th exercise, guys, we are going into our arms now. So when it comes to these arms, this 5th exercise is going to be supersetted with our 6th exercise. So we have a skull crusher exercise superset with a barbell curl exercise. So I'm only going to do 2 bicep exercises and 2 tricep exercises. The goal here is to hit both heads of the bicep and both heads of the tricep. 3 sets of 12 reps with the skull crushers, then superset right away into a barbell curl of about 10 to 12 reps. The goal is to pump as much blood as we can, and when you do a superset, doing 2 exercises back to back, you fatigue a little bit quicker, but you have to push through. That is where it counts. You can't give up, and you need to just go through the movements and focusing on pushing yourself to your max limits. Going into exercise number 7, we are going into a tricep cable push down, whether that is with a rope or a bar. Now, a quick tip when it comes to using a bar. I've mentioned this before in one of my previous YouTube videos. I like to call this the break the bar method. So if you are holding any kind of bar, whether you're doing a tricep or a bicep, right? When it comes to biceps, you want to make sure that your pinkies are always coming up first, right? And that way you're trying to break the bar. If you imagine this like this way, right? You want to snap it. So if you're doing a bicep curl, you want to snap the bar upward, right? This will help to really put lots of tension on those biceps. So make sure you guys are lifting with your pinkies coming up first, like this, so you can really feel that tension on those biceps. The same way when it comes to putting those pinkies down, putting those pinkies up and curling, you want to actually do the same method where you're trying to flex that bar on a tricep exercise downward. Now when you try to flex that bicep exercise downward, your pinkies are coming down first. So this will help to put lots of tension on the triceps. So when you're doing a tricep cable push down with a bar, always remember that you're trying to break the bar. That's why I like to call it the break the bar method. And this will help to build lots of tension into that tricep. And you want to get full range of motion whenever you're doing a bicep or a tricep exercise. The more tension there is, the more breakage, the more rebuilding, the more growth. This tricep exercise is to have 3 sets of 15 reps. We're doing lots of volume here to finish off the tricep, as that is going to be the last tricep exercise. And to actually finish off the last exercise of this arm workout, exercise number 8 is going to be a hammer curl, whether that is with the dumbbells or a cable, rope, hammer curl. The goal here is to focus on keeping those wrists up when you're curling. This will create more tension on your bicep. That is it for the workout, guys. If you guys want to challenge yourself a little more, you can add some drop sets in those last few sets of the arms. But we only need 2 tricep exercises, 2 bicep exercises, and that is it for the shoulder and arm day. That is it for the video, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope these workouts help you guys in terms of your fitness journey and help you with your growth. Comment down below if you guys have any questions in this video or in the previous video, or like to see something else coming up within the next few videos. But that is it for this video, guys. Make sure you guys drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't, bro. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out, bro.